Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus Ancient Gladiator. Sorry for the weird setup, and I'm sorry if you can hear my fan, but it's stupid ass hot in here. Today we're presenting, sorting through all my gaming shit and figuring out what I'm selling at the game store auction in November. So, calendar. It is currently July 24th, which gives me, August, end of August, end of September, end of October. Just a little over 3 months before the game store auction. And I'm going to start gathering games up and just storing them outside my room. Just get out of here. I'm going to go on a table and outside my room. And I try to figure out space and get this place cleaned up because holy shit, my life is disorganized right now. First things first, let's go through the RPG collection. I hope people like the character creation shit because we're never doing that again. But there is one book I got along the way. I didn't feature Arcana Unearths by Monty Cook. It's a variant player's handbook. Even Gary Gygax had something nice to say about it. So, this like random ass thrift store that buys out estates and such had it on sale for like $20. It used to be. Apparently, whoever had it last got it from a Tactics for like 30. I'm probably going to start it at like 10, or maybe 5 at this rate. Hey, the revised 3rd edition rules under the Open Gaming game license. I wonder how many people remember that shitstorm. What, earlier this year? Was it last year? I don't remember anymore. Oh wait, let's get the piles correct because I don't want to have to do too much going back and forth. Actually, I may just have to set aside the books until I can build up a considerable mountain of board games to put them on top of. Anyway. My Anima collection. This can be pried from my cold dead hands. I'm not selling it. And I'm gonna... It is... Oh, they're going with colored pencils. Shit. Yeah. What I want to do next year is actually figure out how to run a freaking role-playing game session and run that fucking game. Dark Souls, the role-playing game. I don't think I featured this in character creation either. It's a bit. It's very much based on 5th edition D&D, and I got it mainly out of curiosity. And I even printed out the freaking pages on freaking expensive ass paper because I wanted to, but I'm probably gonna let it go. Oh, what else? I might sell these as a bundle. Cyberpunk Red and Cyberpunk Jumpstart Kit. Because I'm going to sell these together precisely because I'm absolutely keeping Cyberpunk 2020. There's no way in hell I'm letting that go. Traveler. Ah. It's the reason why I had this fucker up in the first place. Piece of shit. Ah, come on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know if the little label thing on the table means anything. Anyway, Traveler. So, it's an interesting idea. I'm glad that there's a recent print for it. But I'm probably not going to be doing much anything with it. Other than reading through it and wondering, hey, is this a fun idea to think about? 316, Carnage Amongst the Stars. A very thin book. I'm going to keep it precisely because of the memories I have with the game. And I'll definitely consider that for options. Fiasco Classic and Fiasco Companion. I might just sell these together as a bundle. I don't know if I'm going to sell the... I have dice that I got specifically for it. I'm going to hold on to those, though. I am, however, selling the dice with Genesis. There are other general role-playing game systems. That might be something I look out for at the game store auction. It's GURPS. Or something modern, man. But yeah, I'll probably be selling the dice with that one. God, I sure as hell don't need them. And this is in terms of actual material, is the oldest thing in my collection. Made the RPG. Translated by Ewan Cloney, who's been doing a lot of translation work lately, and all the props to him for doing it. There's Starlight Sage and others. But yeah, those books take up a ton of space. I think the sooner I open up my space again, the better. I even got, for Fiasco, like a little box of index cards and colored cards precisely for it. I don't know if I want to bundle it with them or not. I might find a use for those cards somehow. I have other gaming stuff that I could sell as well, like my dice trays and dice cups. But if I remember to bring them with a freaking game that uses them, like Eve Conquest or Clash of Cultures, then they're still useful. Hell, even Warcraft. Maybe even Call to Adventure for the runes. Conan, Age of Conan. Mansion of Madness, maybe. I'll find a use for him. Oh, there's the other thing is my game designs. I still have game designs that are anywhere from finished to just in need of a scenario, in need of printed rules, to just the bare minimum of an idea. I'm not selling my game designs this time. I'm not going to try. I've sold Paradigm twice, and I'm not going to make it a third time. Because It's just not worth it. It gets actual gaming shit. We got Clout Fantasy. Yeah. Because I have the 2 starters and 1 booster box. I'm very, very seriously considering saving up for a 2nd booster box. After I get my computer. I'm looking at one of the things I want to talk to our auction organizer guy about is how much of it can I cash out, and at what percentage would I lose of it? Because I'm gonna be real, I really need to stop getting games. That's the freaking hard part is I'm too easily nostalgic for the games that I miss. That if I see them at the freaking auction, I might just get them anyway. But for what I actually sell, I need to get it. I need to take it out and get a new freaking computer. There was the Game Store auction I did in fucking 2011. Where, not 2011, 2021. Where I sold a considerable majority of my board games. And that got me like 1,100 in store credit. Yeah. Which, of course, had to go towards more board games because that's the way store credit works. But I'm gonna talk to the game store owner dude and see if maybe I can just give him a percentage to get the rest of my money out. Because it's fun buying board games and other game shit for content. But I can't keep doing it because eventually I'm just buying board games for the sake of buying board games. And that feels kind of wasteful on my end. I already feel kind of bad buying some of these. Just primarily for channel content. But anyway. Samurai. If you watch the janky video of me figuring out the rules as I went along, I brought up the point of, hey, this reminds me of Warrior Knights, but because it's in Japan and Japan is what I like, I'm going to hold on to it. Oh, I'm probably forgetting card games. I have Eve the Second Genesis and Vice Schwartz Hololive. Those are kept, period. I'm not letting them go. But the question of do I expand them? There are basically no booster boxes to find for Eve, at least on eBay. At least not for cheap. Someone was doing 10 boosters for $100, $200. Like, oh hell no. And then Vice Shorts is supposed to be doing a second set for Hololive with more of the EN and ID talents. Actually, adding the EN and ID talents. I'm thinking they're gonna. Are they adding Holox? Are they adding the 6th gen for GP? I know, sadly, it will mean no more Coco, no more Russia. Which is unfortunate, but that's licensing for you. Alright. This is Journeys in the Dark First Edition. It's kind of hard to think about. It's like, am I going to get it to the table? On one end, it's a classic game. it's a classic game that I don't really want to lose, but at the same time, when the hell am I ever going to play it? Maybe. I mean, here's the thing. I'm an uncle. I rarely see my niece, and I can barely tolerate my nephew. But in the event that playing games with them could be a possibility, or playing games with extended family again is a possibility, they might get a kick out of Descent. Descent is actually a lot of fun, especially when you're the bad guy like me. There's someone the other day was posting on Twitter about how it's great to do the second edition with the app, not having to deal with another person. Fuck second edition, and fuck the app-driven third too. I want to be a bad guy. I want to play a game where I can be a bad guy. Relating to one of the other games I have. Wooden Pieces. Gonna make. Let's see here. Because I bought a freaking hobby knife specifically for this shit too. Making wooden pieces for diplomacy, which has freaking cardboard shits instead. The question is, am I ever going to actually get around to playing it? I bought the game because I respect the design itself. Even if I don't get to play it, having it as something to study in terms of strategy and other shit. It's hard. It's hard to think about. Well, I'll give it another year of getting to cutting out those wooden pieces. Adrenaline. Adrenaline I'm keeping precisely because it's the kind of game I wish I could figure out how to make. I tried making up a design that I called a Gunload. That game was kind of a disaster of sorts. Taking drinks out of my Mountain Dew. And there's a good chance I might just edit that shit out anyway. Or I could just leave it. Maybe embrace the JQ video craziness that I'm known for. I don't even have the boxes for this shit anymore. So a giant plastic tub. Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game, with the Forge and Hammer expansion, the Frozen Wilds, the Sacred Land, Soldiers of the Sun, the Rockbreaker, the Fireclaw, the Stormbird, the Thunderjaw. One game, 8 fucking expansions. And I have yet to play it with anybody. I am this close to selling it. Precisely because it is a gigantic fucking game that is taking up a lot of space in my bedroom. And as much as I think it's a cool game, you know, I approve of its design, but actually getting it to that table, I think what I'm going to have to do next year is start talking to Mr. Game Store Dude about getting a locker there again. The whole point of me getting a locker here for my house is actually being able to keep shit here safely. But at the bottom are games that are sticking out, and I can't shut it properly, so I can't lock it properly. I'd also need to make some space in that locker for my computer. So it didn't fit in there. That's why I want another laptop. I'm gonna go ahead and put this ginormous fucker out into the table out here. It's very likely I won't be able to sell it, but I'm gonna at least try because if there's someone who has the money for it and the willingness to buy that game, they deserve it. Oh. I'm going to take a minute to just kind of free up some space on my table for more gaming shit because I'm going to need it. Things will get thrown back into the locker in time, but not right yet. There. Shoved all the role-playing game books back into the box I was holding them. For the ones we had to sell, at least. It's going to be a gigantic mountain when I'm done here. I want to knock this out real quick. StarCraft can be pulled from my cold dead hands because after spending $500, there's no way in hell I'm letting that game go ever again. I don't care if Forbidden Stars is a better game. They're more popular. I like the fucking StarCraft universe. Damn it. In line with the first edition Descent, we have first edition Mansions of Madness. I know H.P. Lovecraft is kind of a oh, you're crying out loud. And up sideways. Kind of a contentious individual with his views and shit. But hey, the stories are interesting. Especially when they're can be interacted with in this form. I have yet. Okay, so I played Mansions of Madness once. I played Call of Cthulhu once over 2 sessions. That was pretty good. And I played Arkham Horror with other people once. And one that experience almost made me not want to get into that game because the guy running it was kind of doing stupid shit instead of trying to work together. Concordia can be pried from my cold dead hands. I say that a lot, but I love these games, man. There are expansions for this game too. It's running in the same vein of Power Grid and Steam, of having all these extra maps to play with. Soda break. I know I keep drinking soda in this version, but hey. Condensation like crazy though. Yay, Mountain Dew. It's a raspberry lemonade Mountain Dew. It's good shit. Good shit. Let's see. Okay. Sanctum, yeah, it's Diablo the board game, sort of. But Descent works just as well for the experience I'd rather have. But then again, I'm playing that one as the bad guy. So, wow. I'm going to add it to the sell pile, I think. I sort of keep hearing my door open and close. It's me getting shit out of here. Tripping over cords here. Shit. Sonic Crash Course. Again, we're back to the point of buying things for content and only for content is probably not the wisest of ideas. I'm going to take this to my local library that will sadly be closing for renovations. And they have a board game shelf. I donated The Great City of Rome there last time. I'm going to donate this game to them later on. I know it's probably narrowing down where the hell I am, but I don't... Who really cares? I gotta go out after this anyway. I'm still recording. Microphone working. Okay. If needed, I will edit shit out. This game is another contender for donate to the library, but I'm probably going to hold on to it for at least one more year. Couriers. This game's is it weird calling a game a classic if it's not too much more than 10 years old? 2013. It's good as a dice. It's a good dice game. It's just a good intro game altogether. Yeah. Sorry, I heard that. Seven Wonders can be pried from a cold dead hands. This is another good intro game. And I like the way this one looks. It's real nice. They put some thought into freaking potential for color visibility issues. Really, a game should be designing a game these days. You got to be mindful of visibility factors. Noria is getting sold. I will probably try to run a number of these games in the league leading up to the next auction, because this board game league, the finals tomorrow. We skip the next 2 weeks. I just play for fun. Then we go August 15th, August 22nd, August 29th. September 5th, September 12th, September 19th. And then the final weeks for 2 final weeks. Then 2 weeks off. Let's see here. September 19th. And then October 24th is the next league after that. The 31st. So I've got a number of chances to feature this game before I sell it off. It's an alright game. It's an interesting approach. I'm glad it was only $40 instead of $80. But I'm going to be selling it, I think. someone's gonna walk by our house and just like see all that pile of games, like, hold up. Steam rail stretches. I've already bought some expansion stuff for this game, and I have yet to play it, but it's a streamlined experience, and that's what I want. That's what I'd rather play sometimes. By Martin Wallace, because it's just a general quality designer. I think I'm gonna keep it for now. Anachronism. Stored in my plastic box. Featuring all sorts of extra dice. We got Ramses II, Genghis Khan, Baron Baru, and Peter I the Great. I was at the other major game store in town, and the guy there had a bunch of leftover Anachronism stuff. I was like, okay, I'm going to pick up these 2 sets. Just because it's cheap. And then I'm looking at what else can I get for the game. And there's a lot of shit to get for the game. I'm probably going to sell it. I'm going to try to sell it. I can't guarantee that it'll sell, but I'll try. Well, that real surprise here. A Mahjong set. So I bought 2 of these fucking sets, man. One was missing a tile. It had an extra of 1 tile, and it was missing another one. But I still haven't even played it very much. And I kept the trays out of 1 copy, but they don't fit in the box. Mahjong's an interesting design, I think. But I want to play it. I know Mahjong Soul exists, but I like having actual physical shit. But then it's like you got to memorize apparently what's gonna work and what's not gonna work for hands. Yeah, I'll hold on to it for now, but I don't know. And it's precisely because of all my other shit stacked on top of it I can't get to this for the games that might actually use it. My coin set. My 3 fucking sets of Scythe coins for other games that use money and shit. Whether or not I keep this is kind of a tinge on the games I do keep. This fucker. I don't want to find binder clips again and pull this son of a bitch up. I think if I keep New Angeles, at least, I'm going to keep this. Or I can save them for my own designs. Or other scorekeeping. Or, hey, I could use them for Mahjong. Hey. Where are my I think... Well, I have the crappy binder clips that are too small. That are not going to fit over that. Wonder if Maybe holding this shape might work. It is entirely possible that I will edit this shit out when the time comes. Okay. There's that. And we're going on 35 minutes, 36 minutes. Okay. Alright. Let's see if that holds. Let's see if it holds. Let's not run this table into my fucking TV screen. And have to replace that son of a bitch too. Alright. I withheld Mahjong from y'all. Also withheld Blaze. So I got this game very specifically for a what if moment of what if I'm at a convention and I have the chance to give this to Kiara or give it to someone who could give it to her, but I just got it, man. If I kept it, I'm keeping it because it looks cool. Apparently it's a Dirac game. I could keep it for at least one more year. But then I have to start thinking about space very carefully. It's going to be so much fun putting all this shit back in my locker. Valparaiso is a good game that I might just let go of. It's okay. I got it partly for content, partly for the sake of saying, hey, I own this game. Finally. But I'm gonna sell it. Or at least try. I'll have to keep an ear out. If I hear that table creaking, I'm going to have to run like hell. Clear all the games off. Rock Band Manager, I might sell. I kind of like it as just the silly game that it is. At the same time, it was kind of a hard sell for people playing it. It's more my own fault for not really teaching the game as well as I should have. But I'm gonna add this all pile. Citadels, we all know it, and some people hate it, but for me, this is my gateway game for other people. To say, okay, you want to learn about games? Here's something. This and Seven Wonders and Couriers are probably going to be the games I'll hold on to as the gateway games, and then Concordia as the okay, you think you know your shit now? Let's see it. Let's see it in action. Starlight Stage, because I'm keeping this for, because yay, anime girls. I can't deny it. I can't. I don't go crazy like some people, but I just like anime designs and stuff. Less anime and more mix of West and East is Anima. Shadow of Omega, but I also have the Beyond Good and Evil. I saw the freaking expansion, Twilight of the Gods, and I could not fucking get it in time. I don't even know if it's still there. Uh, Resleeving that game will be fun. Because I have the not revised edition of the first game. Arcana is a gigantic maybe. I mean, hey, it's about the same size as Citadel's. There's quite a bit of... There's base game and then modular stuff that can be added in to enhance the experience. I want to hold on to it, though. I got rid of my last copy, and with it, my fucking playmats, and I'm going to be buying a laminator specifically for making the playmats and one other special project. Especially for my some of my game design shit. And my favorite big dumb purchase of soccer arms. I have the 3 boxes. I have the 18 goddesses. I have made my own set of cards specifically for running a tournament kind of setup. You can pry this game from my cold hands. Silverton. I got the little protective band for it to hold it together because otherwise it's very heavy. I'm halfway tempted to keep it because, hey, it's Colorado. And hey, Pueblo. Yeah. But, I don't know. I might just let it slide. I'm gonna put it to a sell pile, but I'm gonna put the price at a level where I kind of don't want to sell it that badly. So I don't want to sell it that badly. So if someone's gonna buy it, they're gonna pay for it dearly. Shadowhunters. I bought it used for $100, and there's no way in hell I'm not gonna. There's no way in hell I'm letting it go. This is the kind of game for a we're done with the league, let's play for fun kind of thing. My poor bed will be crushed under the weight of all the games I'm keeping. I might have to start stacking them on this table. We'll see. MIL, or 1049. Or if it would actually be called by proper Roman numeraling, Mixlix. The thing is, now I have Samurai. Granted, this is a little bit maybe simpler, I guess. But it has the vassal system and everything. I'm going to put it in a sell pile, but it is not going to be cheap. I'll say that. I printed out replacement rules for that game precisely because they revised the shit out of the rules. I'm looking at my locker at these shelves and it's like, it's kind of amazing they're still holding up. Really. Splendor is another intro game. The cities are an interesting expansion. Also, this one I've got the promo nobles and the replacement gems that I think are pretty cool. This one does not hit the table very often. We end up playing more advanced shit. I want to bring in next board game league, and decide for sure if I want to really hold on to it. It's a good game, but I just don't play it very much. Acquire the old ass version. Somewhere is a rare version of this game with wooden tiles, which is incredible. But this is plastic. This is another game I had to buy 2 freaking sets of, because one set was missing the one of the tiles. I think I combined the best quality pieces from each set. I have a box of like spare pieces for this game in Mahjong. I am keeping it. Okay. I may have to start piling games on the table, so you might see them in the periphery of the camera's vision. New Angeles. Cyberpunk Corporate Warfare. I've gotten to play it once. I've gotten to play this copy once. I've gotten to play my previous copy once. It's kind of hard to do this one with a board game league, precisely because the potential for multiple people winning or nobody winning is there. This is a definite Saturday game. And it'd be one I can hold on to those coins for, and play that one and use them. We're going to start stacking the games inside here. So if they show up in the periphery. City Skylines. It is a nice solo play game. It is a nice co-op game. It is also a heavy game for weight and all that. Actually it's pretty simple, but there are moments in the game where it's just, you feel like it's unwinnable, or the extent of your victory is going to be limited. I'm going to put it to the sell pile for now. I'm going to take a minute and set up everything leaning against this. I'm just going to place my extra table outside for other games I'm going to sell and stack them there. Yeah, I want to take some weight off the little coffee table, the side table. Hiroshima Hex is another good game for the league, I think. It's one of those, played a bunch of times and then combined scores. See how everyone did. I have some editions in here that probably aren't meant for serious competition and more for like fun, like Dancer and Doomsday Machine. But I'm keeping it. I'm also keeping the Night Cage because I keep getting confused on the short. Is it the short or the video? I think it's a short. Kind of amazes me. But yeah, I like this game and I wish I could play it more. Kind of have a hard time playing a lot of my shit because I'm busy with content creation and all that. To try to keep those out of the periphery. Alright. There's no way in hell I'm giving up Runebound 2nd Edition. I've had 3rd Edition, and it disappointed me. I had 1st Edition with the cardboard standees and the D20. This is where it's at. I want to see if I can get other expansions for it, but I know having consistent card sleeves for it is going to just suck. So. Oh, Endeavor. I know some people are like, ew, icky colonialism, but you know what? I'm looking at it as a game. As a game, it's good. It's also kind of an intro kind of game. I know they're supposed to be doing Endeavor Deep Sea. And that won't be out till next friggin' year. Let's see if they if they don't screw that up like the way you know what, no, stop talking about it. Call to Adventure, good game. Not keeping it though. I'm not gonna try to get anything more for this. I'll just help out. Words of Waterdeep. Yeah, I have to hold it together with a banding. I'm keeping it precisely because it's the one of the worker placement games that I really like. And you know, for a worker placement game with a theme of D&D setting, that's pretty fucking cool, man. Planet Steam. Okay. It's like I have Concordia as an economic game. This one's kind of difficult to bring to the table. I want to bring it to the next league. I'll bring it to the next league. We'll see what people think of it. If we'll see how things go. I'm going to keep it for that time being. I'll know for sure when this is over whether or not to keep it. Root with the Clockwork expansion and Exiles and Partisans. I'm selling it. It's not a bad game. I'm just it might be another one to try to bring to the next league. But there's so many good games that people are like, yeah, this is like the greatest game ever. And shit. Sometimes it's a hard sell, honestly. Warcraft can be pried from my cold dead hands after what I spent on this sumbitch. And that's with the fucking expansion too. You know, I have room. I could probably start shoving some of the stuff back in the locker, but I want to kind of leave it out. I don't grab the same game twice. I might see. I keep getting games game box sides mixed up. Fallout with the expansions. I have yet to run this edition of the game where I've got the fucking atomic bonds. But I'm going to run it on a Saturday. Precisely because either Saturday... See, here's one of the things I want to find out with our main game store guys. What is a good fucking take for cooperative games? We play a lot of games of kicking each other's ass and shit, but I think there's a lot of good co-op games that are just missed out on, precisely because of that. Revolution, and I have both expansions for the game, even though they're mutually exclusive. But hey, now more colors to work with. You know what? I am keeping too many games, right? Am I? I'm gonna sell it. I think I'm gonna put it in the sell pile and see what happens. It's a nice game, but sometimes it has its moments of seriously, this is happening. Did I put in the token? No, I didn't. Britannia, ancient and medieval invasions of Britain. This is a solid game for 4 players of historical craziness. I want to hold on to it. I don't know if I'm ever going to really get to run it, though. But I'm going to price it high precisely because I don't want to lose it for cheap. And if I get stuck with it, I sure as hell am going to run it. Break soon. Game of Thrones, the board game with the expansions, including the print-on-demand card ones. And I had the fucking expansion map too. It's all nice and shit. I might... Shit. You know, I like the design as kind of diplomacy light. But I haven't really gotten into the book, so I don't know much about the world. I think I'm going to put it in the sell pile, but it is not going cheap. Period. I will probably bundle it with a map. Just because. Great Western Trail. They've released a couple other editions for the last few years. Argentina, New Zealand. I think New Zealand's coming out soon. But I'm going to sell it. It's not a bad game. It's just, I have to choose something to get rid of, you know. This one's kind of a hard one to make hit the table in Board Game League, precisely because it's a bit of a long game. But I might bring it out in a league, in the next league. There's a lot of games I want to bring out in the next fucking league, but it's going to be really hard to do. Precisely because a lot of people have their games that they want to play, and shit. Heart of Crown. You can pry it from my cold dead hands, because yay anime. Yes. The thing is, it suffers from the Dominion problem of So apparently someone's like lamenting, Dominion for like the design of the game influencing things going forward. So that replayability is based more on having those random cards to work with. But I don't know. Is it? If you played Dominion, let me know what your thoughts on that whole situation are. More soda. Infamy. I am never giving this game up. Period. I fucking love it. I wish I'd found it sooner. God damn. Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition. No way in hell am I ever getting rid of this game. It is a gigantic monster of a box. But I will always find a way to keep it. Just take my word for it. I have Terraforming Mars. I don't want to try to grab the big box out of there and try to risk fucking everything up over here. But I'm gonna be keeping Terraforming Mars in my ginormous ass box for it with shitloads of expansions. Yes, take my word for it. I have Terraforming Mars and I'm gonna keep it. Hyperborea is a very interesting game design. A lot of symbols and such. Everything. But okay, one little message to game designers in the future. If you're going to refer to a mode of gameplay where you're playing as specific factions that might be different, please do not ever call it race war. Just don't. That's fucking stupid. The dumbest fucking thing that. But yeah, it's aside from that, it's a good game. I'm gonna keep it. I have a lot of long box games that are like, okay, I really need to decide very carefully what I'm gonna hold on to. It's gonna go down here. Age of Conan, I'm keeping. Again, bit of contentiousness with author stuff, but I just like that world and shit. Okay, this is where I gotta put my foot down. Eclipse, New Dawn of the Galaxy. It is a good game design. There's no fucking way I'm bringing it to the table with all the expansion shit that I got. I gotta get rid of something. It's gonna be that. Okay. The opposite of Age Conan. We got Eve Conquest, where the flavor is more on the cards that are drawn than the actual factions. But I'm going to keep it precisely because I keep finding my way back to this game. I still want to find out, I want to do some creative shit with making the factions different and actually matter. Let's figure out how to balance that out. I'm going to be nudging the little back table. War chest. 2-player or 2 teams of 2. And then there's the scenarios and everything. It weighs a ton. If I'm already holding on to my other 2 poker chip games, fuck it. Let's hold on to all 3. Be the poker chip game master. I'm not too far off my laptop password anyway. That's for a different game. And finally, last but not least, Ventura, which a lot of these games I'm not keeping in the original box. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but this takes up less space. It's really surprising the fuck out of me that my Pillar Loves Tabletop Games episode for Ventura is getting the views that it's getting, even long after I've done the video. So you know what? That's why I'm gonna fucking keep it. Okay. We are over an hour into this. Holy crap. I may just have to edit some shit. Of course, if I edit this part out, who's gonna know? Or I should just release it unedited, because that's just how I roll, you know. Yay! There's all the games. I'm not featuring my 2-player classic games. Chess, backgammon, shogi, Go. I'm keeping them. Okay, so those are the games I'm looking to sell or I'm keeping. What the hell games am I looking for at the auction? Alright. First and foremost, Chaos in the Old World. If I can find that game, again, and find it for cheap, I'm getting it, and I'm keeping it forever. Especially if it's got the fucking Horned Rat expansion. Oh, that's such a good game of being an evil bastard. I love it. That's probably it, though. I halfway miss Android, and I halfway miss Risk Godstorm, even though I never owned it. I've played it, and I just like it. I don't know what else I would want game-wise. I kind of miss Power Grid. I don't think anyone would be crazy enough to sell Advanced Civilization at a game store auction. Especially this one. I reserve the right to add more shit to the sell pile later. But I think for now, I have succeeded in accomplishing my task. And now I get to put everything back in my fucking locker. Or on top of it. I'm hoping I made enough space to get more shit in my locker. Because, these games are stupid expensive. They range anywhere from the budget title of Blaze to I can't believe I spent that much money on it. In the long run of Terraforming Mars. When you actually have to physically sort through your real shit and see what you have and think, where's the money gone, Maybe that might be what it takes to inspire me to spend my money better and wiser and more thoughtfully. I needed to do this, so thank you for being part of the journey today. This has been Pillar Nexus, and first Saturday in November, unless anything changes, Chaos Games and More in Pueblo, Colorado. See ya the fuck there. Have a good day. Oop.